Hello, Gemini Seeker. Welcome. What do we have for this coming month? I'm working with the Vice Versa Tarot. It's double-sided. It's thick, it's magnetic, and beautiful. And let's see what it has to say for you. Beautiful Gemmy. Starting with the Hangman. But what a beautiful, beautiful sky. The sacrifice and the weight begin to make sense. Not yet as much with cognitive understandings, but there's a sense of ease and calmness that is very foretelling. Of the end of some sort of a journey, of a search, of a study that is now finally is being finalized inside of you, and you are beginning to feel ready. It's like when I get a message and it's in my head, but it's still not cohesive, analytical, linguistic. It's just a sensation. And then it gets processed into words, into organized thoughts. That's what you're going through right now. It's almost clarified. And it's okay. Because suddenly the world being turned upside down the way it was felt anyway until now, it starts to make sense. It's starting to add up. Pieces of the puzzle are starting to align. And you get it. Queen of Pentacles and King of Swords in his back to us. I'm picking up that this Queen of Pentacles have been waiting for this King of Swords. This King of Swords could be you, Gemini, because of the air element, but doesn't have to be. But I feel like someone was already in their power, in their place, aka this Queen of Pentacles. And another, I'm feeling this King of Swords here, was on this journey. And they have one more step to take before they can return or arrive to where this Queen of Pentacles sits. I was about to say and wait, where this Queen of Pentacles sits and waits. The only reason I'm hesitant with saying it is because of the perception that we have today in regards to waiting on someone. It's not the type of waiting that is codependent and weak. It's the type of waiting that still does what it does while knowing something is coming because it's going through a journey of some sort. Four of Wands. There's one last obstacle. What is it, Gemini? What is it that you need to resolve, overcome, pass? You might find similarities in the Sagittarius reading that I just posted. Ace of Wands. The victory is yours, 100%. Okay? If there's a conflict or a competition or one last hurdle, there's something bigger than it. You have... The reason why you will win is because for you this isn't about the semantic of this little battle, but it's about the vision of the war. Now, I'm not trying to make it seem like it's a battlefield. It's just an analogy. you carry the essence of the win as opposed to whatever it is that is blocking you, that is more about just the ego or just the need to show or prove something temporarily. But for you, this is something big. For example, if two people are competing over one person's heart, one is truly in love and the other is just infatuated temporarily and is competing for the sake of winning and not for the sake of the love. Does that make sense? Two people are running for the same position. One just feels like it makes sense temporarily. It's something that they want now, or they feel like their parents will approve, or they feel like it aligns with the status that they're looking for right now. And the other, it's a life path. It's a career dream. So they bring in an essence. You bring in some sort of an essence that is bigger. Whatever it is that you're doing, for you, it's bigger than you, which is why you're either so good at it or why you will succeed. Why you will complete the journey and reach this very prosperous place. I see it pretty clearly in February. I don't see February being the transition stage. I see it the becoming. Sorry for all the noise. It's almost like my upstairs neighbors are breaking every single piece of their furniture. Right now. Like, really? Right now you have to do that? The hard part is over, Gemini, whatever this is. The journey to mastery, the seeker's quest, the internship, the courting, 5 of Cups. You don't believe me right now as I'm saying it. Wait. I'm telling you, just wait. You will win based off of something that you have been loyal to for a really long time somehow. Show me more for Gemini. What is this? For February. The World. Told you. Which the number is 21, right underneath the Hangman, and the number is 12. 1, 2, 2, 1. Maybe something with February 21st somehow, or something with February 12th is meaningful on those days. But boy, oh boy, you're not. I don't think you're seeing the victory, because watch Sagittarius. I think you'll connect with that, because over there I give an analogy of being so close to completing something, so you can't see the view, because you're climbing towards the hilltop and you're right here, so you can't really see anything. All you can see is the tip and the sky above. But once you take those extra steps and reach the top, then you'll see the entire view unveiling, and it will all be worth it and will make all the sense in the world. Major completion, Gemini. February. Aquarius season. You'll be acknowledged for something. Valued. Earned it through blood, sweat, and tears. Some of you literally. Temperance, amazing. Look how beautiful these cards are. The anima mundi that you've been so constantly reaching towards and never fully touching until you become it. Until you become it. So it's no longer about touching that. Wow. Speaking of the seeker, the fool. I feel like a lot of you, not yet at this moment when you're watching this reading, unless it's already the end of February when you're watching this, so come back to this. But it's like you made a wish a long time ago. This could be a past lifetime's wish. And all this is almost like all this led to here. There's a reason why I did Sag and you guys last on the same day, almost last. I have a few things to do yet, but from the 12 zodiac wheel, because you're on a similar energy, some sort of quest that you've been on, of discovery, of healing, of alchemy. Oh my God, what is happening? The High Priestess. If there are Tavochis watching, you understand what is happening, right? I have the World, the Temperance, the Fool, and the High Priestess, one after the other. And you see me shuffle. Okay. Okay. Let me rearrange this, how I'm approaching this reading, because even though it was majestic, it was still very much touching the 3D, right? A success of some sort after a journey, a finalizing of a quest, reaching a destination, being with the person, achieving the promotion, succeeding in the competition, whatever. This is a lifetime of a quest of some sort, lifetime or lifetimes. I feel like a lot of you would really benefit from watching your karmic shift and liberation that I did for the new decade. It's on Vimeo. Link is below, where I go into your past lifetimes karma, your generational karma, and your current lifetime karma, and it goes really, really deep into your soul's journey. Just because I have this. Anyway, let's talk about this here, though. The Fool, the High Priestess, and the World. Let me just process this for 1 second. I know what I'm feeling, but I need to articulate. You are reaching the gate of a place, a thing that you knew existed, but it was in your ethereal memory. It was in the Akashic records of your soul, where you knew it existed, but it was a journey to find it. And now it's like you're stepping into that hall. I'm picking up Hall of Fame. Maybe some of you are being accepted or inaugurated to a Hall of Fame of some sort, or recognition of some sort. Maybe your name is being printed on something, or you're accepted to an organization or an order of some sort. But this is very meaningful to you. Some of you I'm picking up are being asked, very few of you are being asked to travel somewhere, to either lecture or teach or speak about your experience in something and lend your wisdom. Some of you have managed to heal or defeat a big challenge, and now you are finding yourself inspiring others on how to do so, or beginning the journey towards, passing it forward. It's like you've been in the underworld. You crawled in the mud to get to where you're at, or where you're about to get into. Gemini, this is major. And you're going through a leap from ego to spirit, like that. It's like you had to be moved by your ego throughout this journey, because that's the way to progress in this world, in this reality. it's a good thing. The ego serves us in that way, but it's almost like, okay, it has reached its final destination. It has served its cause, and now you are spirit. Now the fire in you isn't a fire of will, of hara, which is very mortal-like, but it's that connects us to the spirit, but now it's the fire of the spirit. I hope this makes sense. I had a feeling this reading is going to be. Geminis, I feel like you don't get enough credit for being such a spiritual sign. You're being treated like the child of the zodiac, but here's the thing with being the child of the zodiac. Similarly to an Aries, it brings with ancient wisdom. Like, children remember their past lifetimes. And children has a point of view of everything is possible. So in your mind, everything is possible. Your wires are like everywhere. In all the multiverse. You're connectors, right? You're the adapters of the air element. So knowledge flows through you. But as humans, we have all these blocks. And it's almost like you've managed to release them, like releasing a blood clot or something like that. And then there's final blood flow in the veins that allow the knowledge that is kept inside your DNA to be triggered and movable and kind of move between the cells and move between the organs and allow you to be the larger picture than your sum. If that makes any sense. It's like you've been on such a journey of self-search, and you've picked up the different pieces of you and studied them and connected to them, like very method acting, like you were all your different, you became all the pieces of the puzzle that you were in this lifetime and past lifetimes and other realities. Let's not dive into the multiverse because we will never leave that. And here you are now, the grand picture. Because you went through not just a cognitive experience of those, but a sensational sense of literally like the physical journey, the emotional journey, the psychological journey. Once again, also the physical. This is also physical movement. Craftsmanship. Maybe I'll call this reading method actor, but I'm worried that those of you who aren't actors won't pick up on it. I'll figure it out. Some of you are spiritual teachers that are watching me. Some of you are writing a book about something that has to do with esoterics or ancient knowledge. Really doing beautiful, beautiful work. This is just the beginning. Whatever cycle is ending up now, it was the cycle of the seeker, of the trainee, of the student, and now you're those of you who resonate with this, you're starting the journey of the master. You've learned the duality of this life in order to achieve oneness, unison. Ace of Swords, Seven of Wands, Two of Swords, and the Moon. Queen of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. I'm picking up an extremely, extremely intelligent, developed divine feminine. It's like something. Geminis can be so wise when they're in their evolved state. A devolved Gemini I can't handle. Honestly, but an evolved Gemini, I'm just like, or you're encountering someone like that you just can't stop listening to. They're just blowing your mind with the Ace of Swords here, and the Seven of Wands, and Two of Swords, and the Moon. Okay. I'm interesting. I'm interesting. I'm so interesting. Just kidding. I'm picking up on something interesting. Did you just say I'm so interesting? Yes. Or whatever. I'm picking up on something interesting. Quite romantic, actually. Some of you, this has been an inner journey in your own divinity, but it was a lonely one. And something is triggering. Either you are triggered, and then in turn it triggers your twin partner, or they're triggered by something, and in turn it triggers you somehow. But someone is going through hell and back to get to you. Now, if you're a masculine, you're going through hell and back to get to a feminine. Hell and back, it's an inner thing. Someone is feels like their gut is turning inside out inside of them, because they're changing so much and processing so much in such a short time, and it's inspired by this feminine, and they know they have to go through that in order to connect with her, and they're going about it like they're on it, right? But it's very difficult for them with the moon here. It's like in the Two of Swords and the Moon, it brings them into like major childhood psychological subconscious issues that they're dealing with, and bringing up into the surface, and cutting through, and acknowledging, and sorting out, and it's all for the sake of, I'm picking up on being worthy. That is so sweet. Right now, they might either not be together, or there might, like, almost, but that's the journey I'm picking up on, wherever you are on that specific journey. I know what some of you out there are saying. You want me to say the word twin flame. I really avoid saying these things because I really have an issue with the tags and the spiral that it puts people in. Like, I haven't been speaking of twin flames at all. Very rarely, in very specific cases, and I've been like pinning it in specific ways, in specific places where I was very clear about how I'm discerning the message. Because just people made a hoo-ha circus out of it, honestly. They made a circus out of love. No, but this is just... Yeah, it's like, also look at this here with all the clouds, the King of Swords here, and this Two of Swords. It's almost like they know each other as on the other side of the storm. And, they can't see each other maybe with their eyes, but they see each other with their senses. For those of you that I'm talking about a love journey, like I just described, February might possibly still be part of this journey. It will vary between different sorts of views. And springtime, summertime is when you can actually lay eyes on each other, or meet, or something like that. But some of you, it's February, or even towards the end of February, Pisces season. Okay, I don't like saying times giving timelines on general readings because I feel absurd. But okay, I'm picking up on a past lifetime archetypical thing. Someone was sent out on a quest or on a mission of some sort, and they didn't come back then when they were sent out. And in this lifetime, they're coming back. They're completing the quest. They're finalizing the mission so they can come back home to their person. Home meaning the home of your souls, where they connect. It doesn't have to be like a physical, specific place, right? I am definitely continuing this in the extended. I will check the individuals. I will clarify what is going on here deeper. I have two more things to do with you guys. One is message from the runes, from the Celtic runes. And last will be a spiritual focal point and energetic guidance for this coming month that I will choose from the 22 Major Arcanas card. This is a big Rider-Waite deck. Okay. Oh, right. I opened a Patreon. If you want to join my community in a monthly subscription, and there's different tiers to choose from that include my Vimeo content, but also extra VIP content like lunar love readings, for example. All the information is in the link below. I don't want to trouble you if you're not interested, but check it out. Extended Karmic Shift and Liberation Tarot Masterclass are still available on Vimeo, and other links like booking a reading and Instagram and fun jazzy stuff are in the description box. So check it out. Okay. Sorry for all the sirens and the noise. You're winning, Jemmy. Doesn't matter. 2 aces. Runes for Geminis. For February, please. Okay. Lagas in the upright. Speaking of Divine Feminine. Fehu in the reverse. This is how Fehu is in the upright and in the reverse. Gebo. Some of you, your love is from across the ocean. There, said it. So the home that you're in, or the culture, okay, it could be from a different culture, from a different land, from across the sea somehow. And maybe they have went through this journey, all this lifetime of a journey, and crossed the sea and for a purpose, for a goal. And now that they're here where you're at, maybe that's when you can connect. But there's either you or them, but there's a sense of one of you at least has went through a massive journey. Some of you are guided to express your water, your heart, your faith, your flow, your emotion towards someone with an expression of love, without over trying to stay in control, or staying like, acting tough, or acting playing hard to get of some sort, like just authentic, sincere expression of sentiment. And only for this, in this interaction, I'm taking Feo in the reverse to be like, not from the earthy and control sphere, but to let go of it and just let the waters of your heart kind of overflow. And the moon also fell when I took out the runes, so something with a watery expression. Okay. I don't think I was ever this excited to see what an extended brings up. I'm sorry, you don't have to obviously follow me there. It's completely up to you. I'm just sorry. Okay. Spiritual focal point, energetic guidance. 1 for Gemini. For February. You know who else had this? The Emperor? Darn, who had it? Pisces? Pisces. And the same spiritual message. But in this case, I'm taking it as the divine masculine. In Pisces, there were other elements, other aspects of control and patriarchy that was possible. But in this case, I feel like a masculine is really developing into his divinity. And it's pretty lovely. He's not there yet, but he's getting there. Really, really getting there. I don't believe we all have to be completely shown and polished and perfect to approach or to accept someone into our life. This is a mutual journey, partnership, friendships, romance, relationships is how we grow and how we reach our own potential and keep growing. It's a never-ending journey. So this isn't about first being perfect, right? This is just about tapping into your core and working on it and being on that path that I feel like opens up a lot of doors for connections, for real, truthful, beautiful connections like this possibly is bringing up. Yeah, I will link all the information about the Emperor. I will link the class from my Tarot Master class about the Emperor, which shows the spiritual guidance, the energetic lesson, and the interpretation and reading and other archetypes. Everything I have to say about the Emperor below if you want to know more. Okay, guys, thank you for being here. I love you. And for those of you that will see the extended, I'll see you in a sec. And if not, in your other readings placements, feel free to join the shift if you haven't subscribed yet. Press the bell button next to it to receive notifications for your video that is coming up. And that's